Okay, Travis, this is the 2012 Kia Soul. And some of the things I want to tell you about the Soul in general is that since 2009, when it was introduced to the market, it has broken records. It won the Red Dot Award, which is the world's largest design award in the world. And some of the things that helped win that award for it was some of its innovative design, its functionality, its durability, and its quality. Now, Kia has been around since 1944, so that's kind of a big deal that this is the first year that it's ever won that. And as one of the largest auto manufacturers in the world, this is, you know, something that Kia wants everybody to know about. It's kind of a big deal for them. They didn't start building cars until like 1976 or something like that. And they got together with Ford in '86 and started building cars very much like this one, small, very fuel efficient. The Ford Festiva was one of them, and the Ford Aspire, believe it or not. But this vehicle, the Kia Soul, you've got your 4-cylinder, 2-liter engine, which gives you 164 horsepower and 34 miles per gallon highway. So you're doing pretty good as far as fuel efficiency goes on this one. Some of the other things I'd like to show you under the hood are you've got some of your clear reservoirs right here. You can see straight in there whenever you have to go on a trip. You know how much fluid you've got, and you just kind of glance and go. As you can see, you probably won't have to do a whole lot under here. You've got a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty and a 5-year, 60,000-mile comprehensive warranty, which some people call the bumper-to-bumper. And along with that is a roadside assistance plan that's also 5 years or 60,000 miles. And they'll come and put gas in your car if you run out, you know, a little bit, not a lot. They're not going to fill it up or anything. They'll change a tire if you're on the side of the road and you need a tire changed, unlock your keys from the car, that kind of thing. So it gives you a lot of peace of mind. Also, something that will give you peace of mind is that this is one of the top safety picks for the IHHS in 2012. Some of the things that gives you that are you've got crumple zones here in the hood. You can't really see, but there's indentions here in the metal, and all of that does is it absorbs the shock and keeps any kind of impact out of the cabin while you're in there. You do have a steel bumper on the frame underneath this plastic one. And, you know, looks-wise, this looks a lot better than just, you know, a big beefy steel bumper under there, but you do have the protection of all of those things. Breakaway motor mount, so it's going to break away and go under the vehicle in the event of an accident, that kind of thing. There are hooks here on the hood that whenever this is closed, it will keep that from coming into the windshield. It's actually going to tint up and maybe even act as a barrier between any objects that may come coming off of another vehicle, a mailbox, anything that you can think of that you might hit. God forbid that happens. But also, because of that warranty, you won't be doing a whole lot under the hood yourself. You have that warranty, and anything that you do have to do, any routine maintenance, it's going to be pretty low cost. Kias have the lowest cost of ownership of any other manufacturer right now, so that's always a plus. As you come around the vehicle, you can kind of see some of that unique styling that won at that Red Dot Award. You've got 18-inch alloy wheels here, disc brakes on all 4 wheels, which is something else that adds to that safety feature. Fog lights there. And then you have LED lights under here. They're called LED positioning lights, and that's just kind of something that's special on the Exclaim that we have right here. As you come on around, you've got some of the vent features here on the sides. It gives it a little sporty look. And then you might notice also that you have turn signal indicators on the side mirrors. Also, these mirror mounts will break away, so that if somebody hits you in a Walmart parking lot or anything like that, it's not going to break your mirror off. It's just going to kind of give. As you open up the passenger door here, you'll notice that there's ease of entry there. The door opens up really wide. You've got a huge space right here to get in and out of. Very comfortable. Also, it's a unibody frame, which is going to give you a really smooth ride, and along with the suspension is going to cause it to be a very comfortable drive for you. The front has McPherson struts and the back has rear torsion beam suspension, so all of that is really nice for a good ride. And then as you check out the back seat, you'll notice some of the space just as much as up front. You've got plenty of leg room for any passengers you might have. Plastic seat backs, if you've got any of those seat kicking kids like I do. It's going to keep that leather nice and new looking since the day you bought it. Another thing you might notice is just some of the dual color interior, which actually goes really well with this color paint. And that's also something that's unique to the Exclaim. Go ahead and close that as we walk around. And then you have the back, which you've also got plenty of room back here. Lots of little features for organization. You've got your cargo net, a little pocket there. And this is actually a cargo cover. When you close this, you're not going to be able to see anything in the back. So if you've got electronics or anything like that that you may be traveling with, you don't necessarily want everybody to know, that's going to help keep your things private. All of this does just detach from here on the sides. And then when the seats lay down, you have just over 53 cubic feet of space for storage or anything that you might need to take with you. So you've got plenty of space back there too. This particular model, whenever you lift it up here, you'll notice that you've got a cargo tray underneath here for organization, and then your wheel locks are in there as well. And as you lift up this foam piece, you've got what's called the roadside inflator kit. It does not come standard with a spare tire, but it is an option. Some people kind of want to leave that out. It saves you a little bit of weight on the road so that you can get the best gas mileage possible. Now that inflator kit is actually, it's a little bit better than Fix-A-Flat. Instead of like the foam glue stuff, it's actually a latex filler. So whatever you inject it into your tires, it's going to fill that hole or that, you know, that whatever that you might have ran over, it's going to fill that with latex. So it's going to last a little bit longer, a little more durable, but it'll get you the 50 miles that you need to go to get a new tire or something like that. As you come around, you'll notice again those wheels, those are sharp, aren't they? They're just great. Again, on the passenger side, you've got your passenger seating. And on your window sticker, I kind of would like you to notice that your miles per gallon ratings are right there. 26 city and 34 highway. 26 miles per gallon in the city is awesome, especially with gas prices the way that they are right now. Some of the other things that you'd see on your window sticker are navigation. This one has that, of course. Push button start. Leather seats, which we've already seen. And this one also has heated front seats, which I'll show you whenever we get in the car. Coming around over here, go ahead and have a seat and adjust everything comfortably for you, and I'll hop in the other side and show you some of the things over there. But first, you'll notice that you've got power windows, power door locks, power mirrors, and then power folding outside mirrors, so that whenever you park your car, you remember I told you they're manually breakaway, they're power too, so you can get in and do that yourself if you like. Over here might be something you've never seen before. This is actually for the ambient lighting. The lights will pulse and change colors to the beat of the music whenever you turn the radio on and the stereo, but the doors have to be closed. And that's actually a really neat little feature too. It's something that really appeals, one of those stylized features that helped win it that Red Dot Award. Over here is just your traction control. You can turn that on or off. I probably just recommend leaving that on. That's going to help you regain any control of the vehicle in a loss of traction situation so that you can keep the vehicle on the intended path of travel. I'm going to close the door, watch your fingers, watch your toes. Okay, and as I hop in here, go ahead and start the car for me. Not familiar? You got to push your foot on the brake and then hit the start button. And you'll see the screen pops up, nice big color screen. This is all touch screen, by the way, and it does have navigation. Sit that right there whenever it gets ready to come up. Drive safely and obey traffic laws. Anyway, we'll come back to that. I need that to give it a minute to load up. But on your steering wheel, the first thing you'll notice is your stereo controls. You've got volume control. Your up and down arrow will scroll through your preset channels. Mode and mute, as you hit mode, it'll scroll through your CD, your AM, FM, satellite radio, that kind of thing. This does come standard with Bluetooth also. Bluetooth is typically an option on other makes and models, but it's something that Kia offers as standard. It's just another added safety feature of why it gets that top safety pick, and it keeps your eyes on the road and your hands on the steering wheel rather than fiddling with other things. Also, that talk button. Whenever you're working the navigation, you can use that talk button and you can tell it to find an address that way, so you're not manually inputting all of these things. Again, something that keeps your hands and your eyes on the road. You can change the radio station with that button. You could push it and say 94.9 FM and it'll change the radio station for you. That's called the UVO, which is short for your voice. And the more that you use it, the more that it kind of gets used to hearing your voice, and the easier it will understand you. It does have auto on and off headlights as well. As you flip them on, you can see that there's an auto setting on the stock there. Your windshield wipers are here. And as you go over here, you might notice that this also has buttons over here for the navigation. So you can operate it manually, or if you have a passenger in the car, they can do that as well. To turn on your climate control, you just hit the climate and then, well, turn it off there. And you can change your temperature right here. And then there's your fan speed, and it will indicate how that works for you. So if you want the fan speed higher or lower, obviously. You have a media button where you would hook in your iPod cables and things like that if you have an iPod. Although I do recommend that you use an iPod cable from the Kia parts compartment here because it could surge your device and cause it not to work anymore when you start the car. That will protect you from that happening. When you hit this button right here, there's your heated seat settings. You have a high and a low setting so that you can turn those on or off, and, you know, more comfort of the ride, that kind of thing. Also, your glove box, you have a pretty good sized glove box. And one thing that you might notice right here that you don't find in other vehicles, your key fob, of course, because it's push button start, you don't have to have the key in the ignition to start the car. This just has to be inside the vehicle, and it will sense that it's in the vehicle, and then you can start the car. Nobody can just hop in and hit that start button and take off in your car. But if your key battery dies for whatever reason, until you can get it back to the Kia dealership and get you a new battery, you just plug it in there and it will sense that the key is there so you can start the car. There's also a valet key here so that you can unlock the doors with an actual key. But like I said, there's no ignition, so that's not going to do you any good in any other situation. Alright, that is the 2012 Kia Soul. Let's take it for a drive and see what you think about it. Sound fair?
Alright.
Great.